here with author and instructor Leslie Rogalski. Leslie, welcome.
Thanks, nice to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And we're talking about seed beads. And of course, you're a seed bead extraordinaire. So I'm excited to see what you're going to show us today.
So people say. Well, you know, the thing about seed beads is most people think of them as little tiny things.
Right.
And seed beads come in quite large sizes. And what I want to show you today is working with a large size seed bead and some accents that complement the size seed bead in a very easy crisscross ladder stitch. And the design element that I'm going to add to this is using a colored flexible beading wire, which will show in this particular stitch and really bring something extra into your design.
Definitely. And there are so many different colors you can choose from too.
So many. So the design options are just fantastic.
Yes.
Really. Now, what I have here is I'm going to start with a little copper toggle ring, and I've added a little dangle to the ring part just as an extra. And I'm going to undo this so you can see I have a piece of copper colored wire, and here's a size 2 seed beads, and you can see they're really big.
Yes, they are.
They're like focal beads. So I have one bead strung on one wire, and I'm going to bring the other wire back and make sure to bring the edges, the ends of the wire together, and then I'm going to pull this all the way down. So it's a crisscross, but it really is going to be a ladder because I'm going to do the same thing. It doesn't matter which wire you put your bead on. And the thing about wire is you don't need a needle.
That's
now
true.
I'm going to show you, you can crisscross right through there, and you can see. And again, make sure that the ends are even. And I'm going to pull it down.
And do you have a favorite diameter of beading wire for this project, or do you change it depending on how much you want the color to show in your design?
Yes. I like 0.018 or 0.012, and you can double the wire, and I'll show you a little later that there's a finished piece where I've used 2 pieces of wire on each side, which really enhances the color of the wire through the beads.
All right.
So here I'm going to pick up again. And I'm right-handed, so I tend to pick it up with my right hand, but it really doesn't matter because, again, you're going to crisscross through the holes are nice and big.
Perfect.
And you're going to pull it down, and you can see how it's forming this little shape right here. And I want to show you some of the samples where I've used different colored wire. This has a copper, this has a gold. Now I've added a 4th bead here to crisscross, but because the beads are transparent, the wire really is starting to show.
That's one of my favorite techniques. You know, I sometimes will create a foundation like this for a choker and then drop dangles off of that.
It's the perfect foundation to add embellishment to.
Definitely.
In this one here, because the yellow beads are so transparent, the copper wire really shows. I have some Swarovski elements here, kind of a palette of different beads, rondelles and things like that. And again, the colors of the beads and the colors of the wires can just totally complement each other.
Oh yeah, I could see how you could bring in red.
Look at the rainbow.
You could bring in red to highlight your red beads, or you could go with something contrasting.
And actually,
really
I used
pretty.
red in one of my finished
let's
pieces.
take a look.
You can see with the black beads, that's where I've used double strands of wire. And the necklace with the little wing dangle also doubles as a triple wrap, which is very trendy. The copper wire totally complements the blue seed beads, size 2, and the Swarovski rondelles. So you can get an idea of how bringing the colored wire in with the larger seed beads just takes your design to a whole new level.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and I like how you added some crimp covers here at the end. So we didn't mention finishing it, but we'll have all the complete instructions online. But maybe just briefly, can you tell us you've crimped
We will.
it together?
You know, if you put that much effort into something, finishing is all part of it. It's not just about the act of the beading of the necklace. And when you crimp your final pieces of wire onto the toggle, you definitely want to use a nice crimp cover. Make a little bead. There's a whole variety of crimp covers available. I chose silver just because it was a little bit of an accent and it shows off the metal.
Yeah, well, I love those sparkle crimp covers, and the way that you mix the metal colors together is so hot too.
Mixed metal is very hot and very in.
It really is. Well, thank you so much, Leslie. This is a great technique, and I can't wait to see what you bring next time.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back with Mark Nelson.